last week. Anthony Rendon finally rehabbed, fully recovered from his wrist injury earlier in the year. Hit 480 this week, guys. 480. 12 of 25. He had 3 homers, 10 runs, and 8 RBIs. On the year, guys, he's hitting 342, 9 home runs, 33 runs, and 27 RBIs. Anthony Rendon's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good for himself. I'll talk about him a little bit more later, okay? Ronald Acuna. Ronald Acuna is the guy I talked about last week on heating up. Heating, cooling, and air conditioning, right? He's heating up. He did it again this week. He hit 357, 10 of 28, 3 homers, 8 runs, 8 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases. He's up to 291, 11 home runs, 31 runs, 31 RBIs, and 4 stolen bases. Guys, Ronald Acuna is starting to feel it. He is starting to feel it, okay? So that's it for the premium players. Now let's talk about some guys who might be available. What do you guys think? You interested? Yeah, I thought so. All right. Some of these guys are going to be a little higher owned. Some of them a little lesser owned. Some of them maybe been dropped. But these are all guys to kind of pay attention to because, as you'll see in my next segment, it's important to get these guys when they start getting warm, okay? First guy, he's had a really good year. You're probably not picking him up. He hit Tommy La Stella. I don't know. He sat on the Cubs bench all last year and did very little. Of course, they didn't give him much opportunity. He's getting the opportunity with the Angels. And this past week, he hit 462. He's 12 of 26 with a homer, 2 runs, and 3 RBIs. But on the year, he's hitting 310, 11 homers out of little Tommy La Stella, guys. 11. 24 runs, 27 RBIs. Guys, La Stella's having a good year, okay? Probably not picking him up. He's probably a couple weeks late on that, but, those guys out west, it's amazing how overlooked they are, and at least in my leagues. Most of my leagues are with East Coast guys, but the guys out west, you just don't get the notoriety, okay? Here's another guy, and again, Arnie talked about this guy as well. Daniel Vogelbach. This guy's hitting 412 with 4 homers, 6 runs, and 8 RBIs over the last 7 days, guys. Now, he's streaky as all can be, okay? But fact of the matter is, you're seeing what Dan Vogelbach really is. I'd say 270 is generous for the year, okay? I can't read my chicken scratch. I think that's 14 homers. Or maybe 11. I can't tell. Sorry. 28 runs, 30 RBIs. I think he cools down, as he has. I think he's closer to a 240, 250 hitter. Okay? So be careful with Vogelbach. You guys with me out there? Oh, shoot. We're having fun now, right? You got to love this stuff. That's the great part about it. Just sharing with the things that you find over the course of the week, I think is really a great exercise. We all kind of do different things. I try and do my show a little differently, as I know the rest of you guys do. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So back on topic. Here's the guy, C.J. Cron. He's hitting 360 with 3 homers, 7 runs, and 6 RBIs in the last week. But guys, he's having a good year. He's hitting 263 with 12 homers. 23 runs, 29 RBIs. I'll tell you, there's worse you could do than C.J. Cron. He's playing in a Minnesota offense that loves to score runs. He's hitting in the middle of that offense. Just something to think about. Here's a guy. I don't know what to think about Big Panda, guys. Pablo Sandoval. He had 333 last week. 3 homers, 3 runs, and 5 RBIs. He's hitting 291 on the year. He's got 7 home runs. Now, he's not playing every day, but I guess, I don't know. I can't say that out loud. Pablo Sandoval's doing all right. He likes San Francisco. I don't know. Maybe there's some sushi there he likes or something. I don't know. What do you think, Kev? So just some interesting stuff. Again, these are some guys that you can kind of throw on your roster for the week if you're desperate for something. Sandoval might be that guy for you, right? Yeah, I know it's crazy. CJ Crone is totally overlooked, and I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's because he doesn't have that great track record, but boy, he's getting a lot of protection in that lineup. CJ Crone's having a great little year. People weren't talking about him. So I want to give you three guys. One's probably not available, but the other two I almost guarantee you are, okay? So I'll go with the first guy. His numbers look terrible, okay? But if you dig a little deeper, Rugi Odor, guys, I want to start with him on the year. On the year, he's hitting 169. He's got 21 hits on the year. That's not good, okay? So you might say to yourself, well, then why the hell are you talking about? Well, he does have 7 homers, so there's some power there. 21 runs, 21 RBIs. He's still producing some, but here's the real reason why, okay? The last 7 days, he's hitting 276. He's 8 of 29, and he's got 4 home runs, guys. This dude's streaky as can be, but we all know Odor can hit homers in bunches and can raise his batting average. Love it. It's a great move. You should trade for Odor. What'd you get? What'd you trade for him, Kev? So I love the Texas offense. Logan Forsythe is my next guy. Here's a guy. I talked about this last week, but it's interesting. I don't know why people haven't put this together yet. LA is a place for free agents to go and die. Anybody that LA brings out and gives a lot of money to fails. And they were good players before they went out there. So you look at Brian Dozier, now Logan Forsythe. Logan Forsythe needed some time to get unscrewed up, okay? I think he's there now. He looks completely back to the old Logan Forsythe that we knew with the Rays, okay? He's hitting 318 on the year, guys. 35 of 110 at-bats. He's got 110 at-bats. So he's not playing every day, but that's a good amount of at-bats. He's seen plenty of playing time. 3 homers, 20 runs, and 22 RBIs. But he had 474 last week. No homers, but 6 runs and 6 RBIs. Guys, if you need someone for a week that you might want to keep at the end of the week, Logan Forsythe might just be your guy, okay? So, just a little food for thought. There's some guys that, maybe have this stigma attached to them. I think we just broke some of them down in Odor and Forsythe and Crone. Maybe you can fool a fantasy owner into believing that they're going to regress back to where they were. I don't think they are. All 3 of those guys. So one more guy, and then we're going to move on, okay? The next guy, I'm a homer. I'll admit it. I try not to be, but I am. How about Albert Almora, guys? Albert Almora is playing every day, or darn near. He's hitting 277 on the year. You could probably get him off the heap. He's got 4 homers, 19 runs, and 13 RBIs. But the thing about Almora is he's trending upwardly, okay? He's trending in the right direction. And he fits what the Cubs need. They need a defensive center fielder who can handle the bat. He's proving that he can do that. He hit 417 this week, 10 of 24 with 2 homers, 7 runs and 3 RBIs. Albert Almora is a guy that you can stop gap in, and he can help you out. Hell, you might not want to drop him. So, you're listening to Chaps Fantasy Chat, Tuesday nights at 7 on the Lenny Melnick Fantasy Sports Network. I'm also on Tuesday nights at 9 with my buddy Arnie. We do a show at 9 on Tuesdays. Lenny Melnick Fantasy Sports Network is the best fantasy baseball meeting place going. All my friends are here. Kevin, thanks for showing up tonight. Yeah, I mean, Almora is Chicago's best kept secret. I'll tell you, him and Steve Cizik. Steve Cizik's another one. We'll talk about him in a little bit too. But anyway, love working for the Lenny Melnick Fantasy Sports Network. Thank you, Andrea, for all that you do. Thank you, Lou, for all that you do. And, of course, thank you, Legend. You are the man. You are the mentor. You are confidant. I appreciate all that you do. So, shameless plug. I will move on to my favorite bits. So this all started, it's funny. Last week, someone dropped in one of my leagues, Matt Carpenter. And it's like, it got me to thinking about last year. And it got me to thinking about how poorly Carpenter in particular and Goldschmidt had performed early on in the year. So I start digging. Anyway, I started digging, and I'll tell you what I found. It's kind of ironic, okay, that I picked him up on waiver wire, and I started doing this research. So last week's show was on May 14th. Coincidentally, May 14th last year was the low point of the season for 2 notable players that it's going to lead me into this next discussion, okay? One, Mr. Paul Goldschmidt, and one, Mr. Matt Carpenter. Since I talked about this last week, I'll talk about it quickly. So, gist of it is, last year, on May 14th, 1 year ago last week, Paul Goldschmidt was hitting .211 with 4 home runs, 26 runs, and 12 RBIs, okay? From May 15th on, Goldschmidt hit .314. He had 29 homers, 70 runs, and 71 RBIs. To end up, he rose his batting average 79 points to 290. 33 home runs, 95 runs, and 83 RBIs, guys. Okay? So, what about Carpenter? Same situation. Last year on May 15th, because they were off on the 14th, Matt Carpenter was hitting a cool 140. He had 16 hits on the year. 16 for 114 on May 16th, or May 15th, 2018. Would you guys have kept him? I'd have been struggling, man. I'd have had to cut him. I'm not going to lie. 3 homers is all he had through May 15th. 12 runs and 13 RBIs. Everybody was talking about Matt Carpenter being done, right? What happened on May 16th? He hit .284 for the rest of the year. He doubled his average from that point on. That's remarkable, okay? He had 33 home runs from that point on, guys. 99 runs from that point on and 68 RBIs. He ended the year some 112 points better than his 148 batting average indicated on May 15th at .257. He had 36 homers, 111 runs, and 82 RBIs. Guys, that's what I'm saying. Don't give up. Be hesitant giving up on these guys, okay? So let's talk about some candidates that might be regressing, okay? I want to start off with who's heating up because I'm a positive guy. Who's heating